This week on the first episode of SportsZone, we got state tournament action, Bergen County baseball quarterfinals, and the Bergen County softball championship. This is SportsZone on NorthJerseySports.com. Let's first head to Saddlebrook for a Group 1 North 1 state tournament softball game between Woodridge and the Falcons. First, with a runner on first, Lorna Klaus sends the ball in the left field. That'll score a go-around. That makes the score 1-0. Melissa Felton now. She sends the ball in the right field. That'll score Lacoste from second. Falcons go up 2-0. After a Previdel hit, Caitlin Lacoste steps up. She sends the ball in the field and dropped by the left fielder. That'll score Felton and Previdel 4-0 in the first inning for Saddlebrook. In the second inning, with a runner on second already, Lauren Lacoste sends another ball in the left field, and that'll score a run. That gives 5 runs to Saddlebrook in only 2 innings. And that's all Kim Previdel needed. She didn't allow a base run until the third inning, and she had 13 strikeouts in the game. Now let's just take in and watch. Let's see 4 strikeouts right here. Alright, one more. Saddlebrook wins easily over Woodridge, 7-2.
We're very confident. We're on our home field. Kim's pitched very well this season. She's on top of the game. It was a nice bounce back from us Monday and Tuesday this week. We had a tough game on Sunday in counties, but I'm very pleased with how we responded. We won our next 3. Today was our 25th win of the season. It's the 4th year in a row we've won at least 25 games. Kim Previdel's doing fantastic for us. And the seniors have over 100 wins in their career, so got everything going right now.
After losing, we know what it feels like, and we don't want to feel that way again for the rest of the season, so we're just keeping focused.
We got the bat on the wall, forcing to make some plays, 2 outs. Scored, look at the book, probably 4 runs with 2 outs, so that's always a good thing, getting 2 outs, getting runs in.
Let's go to Rutherford for the Group 2 North 2 baseball game between Chatham and Rutherford. With 2 runs already in, ground ball to the second baseman, McCallum can't handle it. That'll score a runner. It'll be 3-0 Chatham. Here, Teller sends the ball in the short right field. And a great catch by a second fielder. That would be a top 10 play there. Hard up later in the inning, and he scorches a ball down the left field line. That was Plate Lazara. Hard would be into third base with an easy triple. Rutherford down to 4-1. Zach Loy's up in the third. And he sends the ball just over the shortstop's head. And that hops over the left fielder. That'll play 2 runs. Rutherford down 4-3. And Alex Teller sack fly to right with tied at 4. Schneider and McCallum would settle down. Schneider would only allow 3 runners after the second inning. And here McCallum up in the 4th. He sends the ground ball to shortstop, and he can't handle it. That'll score Segro. Rutherford goes up 5-4. Segro comes in relief for Schneider in the 7th inning after over 100 pitches. And he inherits 2 runners. First hitter is able to strike out. And for the last out of the game, he's able to induce a fly ball to center field. Rutherford wins the game 5-4 and advances to play with Berners on Tuesday.
There's been a bunch of times this year where we've rallied back. The real question was we knew that they had their ace ready to roll. If we couldn't chip away quick enough, we knew that we were going to be in a little bit of trouble, as you saw when Butler came in. But we were able to chip away. We got some timely hitting, and that's what we've done all year. So that's what's gotten us to this point.
In the first inning, I couldn't really find, getting a groove, And then once I started settling down, I knew these kids were just like us. I can get them out. Once I finally got in that groove, it really felt good until, the last inning. And then my last inning, ran out of gas.
We'll head across Route 3 for a Group 1 North 2 baseball game between Lyndhurst and New Providence. First and third situation, runner steals second base. But shortstop can't handle the throw. Justin Cap scores 1-0 Lyndhurst. Glenn Florer sends the ball in the right center field gap. That'll get down for a double. Scoring another run. 2-0 Lyndhurst. Fleur would have a day at the plate and on the mound. Miguel Molina, he sends a hot shot over the third base and hit down the line. That'll trickle out of play for a dead ball. Ground rule double. Vivek Jani up. He drops the ball in front of the center field, and that'll score another run. That'll be the 4th run of the inning for Lyndhurst. And that's all Glenn Fleur would need. He'd throw 4 innings at 10 strikeouts. Fleur finished with 4 hits and 2 RBIs at the plate. Lyndhurst wins 9-2 and will take on Whippany Park next.
But he's going to pitch here against Whippany Park. We went to see them. They're a very good team, and he's got to be on top of his game. He hadn't pitched in a week and a day. Last Thursday he pitched against Wallington. He pitched great. He pitched had 13 strikeouts. Pitched a 1-hitter. Today he didn't have the pop on his fastball.
We always had a little rough regular season, and then once it comes to like states, we like start popping. Everyone starts hitting. We start racking up some runs, and come through with some wins.
Time for county baseball. Game 1 at Demarest, where the quarterfinals is Lyndhurst and Ramapo. Ramapo already up 2-0. Larkin Steve sends the ball deep to left field. That's gone. That'll score 2 runs to tie it up. Lyndhurst's gloves were working early. They were showing Ramapo they wanted to make a game of it. Hartman with 2 on. He sends the ball to left field. Left fielder misplays it. That ball will go all the way to the fence. That'll score Vermin and Santiello. And Ramapo back up on top. Soft ground to shortstop. First baseman can't pick the ball. That'll score another run for Ramapo. Ball in the dirt gets past the catcher. And Santiello will score. Ramapo up big at this point. Bobby Graver had it on the mat, working on the mound, going 5 innings with 4 strikeouts. And he also did at the plate. He had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Ramapo wins easy 14-2 in 5 innings. We'll wait to see if they play Don Bosco or Old Tapan next.
Smooth sailing, just keeping the ball down in the zone. It took me a while to establish the curveball in the first inning and throwing it down. But once we got it established, we were jumping ahead of the batters, and we were getting the 2-seam fastball on the hands, and we were keeping the ball down, and that's definitely key.
They're a good club. They're going to go far in the state tournament. It's the 4th time we see them in 2 years, so we have an idea about them. Our motto says just put the ball in play, make stuff happen. And we forced them into a couple errors, and we scored runs.
Never getting down on ourselves mostly. We made a lot of errors in the course. In Par Hills on Monday, we made a ton of errors and we snuck out with one. Never giving up, really.
Now let's check out that Don Bosco Old Tapan game that followed. With runners on first and second, the pitcher's called for a balk. Very next pitch. Wild pitch. That'll score Anthony Simon. That'll be Bosco's first run of the day. And they would not look back. Mike Capretta up. He serves the ball in the left field. That'll score 2 runs. Wake Forest bound Anthony Gomez up with first and second. And he says, I want to hit a ball in the left field too. That'll score Preto. Bruno moves to third. With his second and third, Brett Knief up. He hits a ground ball to shortstop. And that ball gets thrown away. Gomez and Bruno score. Eric Stevens had it working on the mound. He only allowed a single hit over 5 innings. Here's one highlight for Old Tapan. Rob Pilsonetti sends the ball in the right field for their only hit. But the highlight quickly turns to a Don Bosco highlight with a strong throw from Bruno in right field to nail the base runner. Bosco goes on to win 17-1 in 5 innings to take on Ramapo next weekend.
Great game he threw, worked his off-speed stuff and, pitched very well.
I want to tell you something. He's another leadoff guy in that number 9 hole. He plays for all his defense. He's the epitome of what this program represents in terms of hustle. If you watch him, you tell me any guy that hustles any ball out harder than he does, and he's really, a poster boy for what we try to do in terms of attitude and hustle.
Time to take the long drive on 17 North to get to Ramapo College for the Bergen County Softball Final between IHA and Pascack Valley. Both aces were on the mound, Christina McGill for IHA and Brittany DeMeo for Pascack Valley, and they both had it working the entire day. 5th inning. Pascack Valley sends a hard liner down the line with 3rd. That was the closest to scoring a run in the 7 innings. Let's go to extras. Top of the 9th. Domingo up with a runner on 2nd. She sends the ball, splits to the outfielders in left center field. Pascack Valley goes up 1-0. Next up, Dana Amato. She follows up with a grounder to shortstop, and she can't handle it. That'll score a run 2-0. And Pascack Valley felt it was time to celebrate. A 30-minute lightning delay followed in the bottom of the 9th inning. And then there was a runner on first base for catcher Juliet D'Ambros, and she sends the ball in the left field. That'd be good for a double. That'll make it 2nd and 3rd. Then Miguel steps up to the plate. She gets a high fastball, and she sends it deep to left field. The left fielder goes back. Jen Keller knows it on 3rd base. The ball's over the fence. IHA comes back with a walk-off 3-run home run to take the Bergen County title.
I just want to do it for the team. I just want to do it for the team, and that's all I kept thinking now. And I was like, okay, I did it last time. It's nothing new. All I wanted to do was just let Jen move over, because I knew with Christina coming up with the way she hits the ball, I knew that she would get her in, and we'd have at least one on the board.
Pitcher, was in a groove, so to speak, but I just told him, now you need 2, instead of 2, now you need 3. It's nothing that, it's not attainable, Just trying to stay positive, bottom of my heart that I really think was going to happen. I still say Juliet and Jen Keller's at bat were the key to the inning. Obviously Miguel hitting the ball over the fence ups, but without them getting on, Jen Keller great at bat. And Juliet on a 1-2 pitch, 2-2 pitch, works at the 3-2 and hits the ball off the fence.
I just said to myself, I just gotta hit this ball as hard as I can, and whatever happens, happens. And I swung with all my might, and I was just lucky that it got in the right spot on the bat and got it over.
For Rich Barton and Corey Doviak, I'm Matt Small.